Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. I greatly appreciate it. So I've done Cancers and Scorpios reading, and they both had the Justice card in different places, but they also had the same card for the Moonology, and that was the ending of a tough cycle begins or something like that. So I feel like that's been the energy of the water signs, like ending a tough cycle so newness can come in for you. So let's see what you're going to get here. Spirit, give me guidance for Pisces. What is it that they need to know for their highest good, please? And thank you. So you have the first card is look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. And then we have, let's see, a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Right. So, but I was curious to look at the bottom. I felt the need, I needed to look at that. And it says, bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And you can bring love into any situation, not just a love relationship, right? Because I do feel like for some of you, I'm going to leave this over like that because I feel like some of you, it is about bringing love into a situation and not a love relationship because you could be in a relationship already, right? All right, let's see what we're getting for you, Pisces. What spirit, give me guidance. What is the message that Pisces needs to hear at the moment for July 2025? What is it that Pisces needs to know at this moment for 2025, July of 2025? Let's see. What message do we have for Pisces? All right, so you have the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Cancer had this card in the same exact spot. You have the Six of Swords in your overall energy. I'm going to be clarifying these cards. Oops, sorry. Let me move this down a little bit. So again, I feel like for the water signs, like how I started this reading, the ending of a tough cycle is starting, right? And I feel like that's representative of this Ten of Swords here. It's like something is dead, done, over with. I feel like it's been over with, but maybe there could be something that's still lingering around, okay? And, I feel like for some of you, you have felt pinned down for quite some time or limited, okay? When I say pinned down, meaning limited, kind of stuck, not able to move forward in a rut. And that is truly the energy I'm getting. It's going to be different for all of you. But there's a sense here of needing to finally let go of what you need to let go for good. Some of us may have resentment, some of us may have anger, and although it's like, let's get to the root of it and determine what it is that's causing this so this new fresh beginning can come in. With the Eight of Swords, it's speaking of self restricted thoughts and mental restriction, right? And a lot of times we do that to ourselves because we get into our heads, which can be very dangerous, and we think negatively, or we think we're not good enough, or why don't we have this, or why can't we have this? And I really feel like this is signifying to me like these two cards belong here, you know representing the old, and to me this is what's coming in. However, I do get the sense like, yes, there is something that's being put to an end, and something new beginning, because you have the Ten of Swords and then the Ace of Swords. That's, you're starting here new, being with, I feel like, mental clarity, right? Seeing something clearer, and cutting through the bullshit with this Ace of Swords, no longer putting up with BS from anyone. And I do feel, as we all do, we still tend to sometimes get into our heads or have self-limiting beliefs on certain things. With the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're gaining some type of confidence back again, but let's go ahead and start clarifying so I can get a better idea of what's going on here because there is a lot of energy going on here. But I do, again, of the five cards here, you have four that are swords, which is air, and it's telling me it's time to get really clear on what it is you want. Get ready for a new beginning. It's time to cut shit out, cut through things, even mental beliefs that are preventing you from moving forward, and communicate. Again, get very, very clear here, Pisces, right? Without the emotion. Yeah, like, with the Emperor, it's all about taking control, having that fire energy to ignite something up again within you that's maybe has been dead for quite some time. That could be a hobby. It could be something you really enjoyed doing. It could be the thought of love again and actually getting into some kind of relationship that is more meaningful and open and honest and very clear. There's no, having to try to figure out and play games, right? Why is the Ace of Swords here? Why is the Ace of Swords here? The Ace of Swords. Okay, I can't make this up. Like, yeah, like Spirit's like, okay, like it is time. Like, what else do you need me to emphasize, or how else do you need me to emphasize? It's time to cut out. All right, let's see. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here for Pisces? Why is the Eight of Swords here for Pisces? Why is the Eight of Swords here for Pisces? Please, Spirit, and thank you. We have the World, yeah. Again, ending this cycle. Also, ending this mental mind f. I don't want to say that and get my hand slapped on YouTube, but you know, it's like finally ending the shit show with the mental mind F. Okay, that's truly what I'm getting as well. Or even it could be somebody who gets you in your head so bad that it's really made you second guess or think about yourself in a different way here. Again, there is an ending of a cycle here. And I feel like it's like you got to bring love into this. Look, the Tower with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, like things are changing here. And with the Six of Swords, you have the Fool. So I really love this energy because if you look at this, you have one, two, three, you have four major arcanas. And I really like that because to me, that tells me that you really are being spiritually guided, spiritually protected, and trying to, given that push from the universe to move you in the right direction. And sometimes we need that, right? I also feel like some of you need to ask for help from your guardian angels, God, spirit, higher power, universe, whatever it is you believe in. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in. I'm just telling you that, it's like you are being pushed. You are, some of you could be seeing signs, synchronicities as well, is what I'm getting. Especially being you have the double Ace of Swords, and some things are very obvious, but you might not be paying attention enough to realize how obvious they are. Like some of you could have been asking for a sign and you're just like, I don't know, like I'm at, and it's kind of like right in front of you, but you just don't see it because I feel like there's something that's been really clouded around you. And it's like, now it's time to clear the air and move forward. Again, this is going to be different for, different people. Um, but I do feel, let's start here with the Ten of Swords and the Emperor. I feel like you're finally taking control. Like you've needed to take control, and you're finally taking control to move forward here out of something that has kept you stuck, pinned down. It could be around love and being backstabbed. You know, it could have been taken advantage of, whatever it means for you. I do get the sense too, with the Ten of Swords, it's like you may have found it difficult to understand how and why things happened a certain way, or, it's like some type of challenging situation here. Okay. There could be someone here that is coming in to help you. It could be someone older. That's not for all of you, but again, I'm feeling like you're finally taking control and moving from this challenging situation, painful situation, setback, whatever that 10 of swords represents for you. Again, it's different for all of you, but I get you're rebuilding here with strength. Okay. It's like, the emperor's presence is very it's giving you that feeling that something can be rebuilt, right? Like this a person can rebuild themselves and the things around them, and that again you could have some type of person around you that's helping you provide structure or guidance in order for you to move forward or even recover from some type of difficult situation, again, whatever that means for you. But I'm also getting like you're learning from this, right? Which brings wisdom. And without these harsh, horrible things that we go through in life and these challenges, which I try to refer to them as opportunities, just to try to be as positive as possible, as we know we can't be positive. And there's a lot of negativity out in the world and media and all these things. So my channel isn't about just being so positive to not be realistic. It's about giving you hope and to move forward, stepping into your power, standing into your power, and becoming the great person that you are meant to be. So I do feel like you are rebuilding here, whatever this is. All right. With the Ace of Swords twice, it's just a reaffirmation here for me that it's time to cut through the bullshit with other people as well as yourself and be clear with yourself and get ready for new beginnings here because there's something that needs to be cut down, to start from like a new foundation and a new beginning. Okay, that is strong energy in this reading here. There is a new beginning that awaits for you with the Eight of Swords and the World. I do feel like you're cutting ties with something, whether that is, an ending again, some type of cycle here, and really needing to, putting an end to the self doubt, overcoming the self doubt, recognizing your accomplishments, and so forth. My power just glitched. Okay, so, um, it's like a journey. I feel like you're on a journey here. And I like this because it's like you're going from the 10 of swords to the ace of swords, right? Which means like you've gone through that sword cycle. You know, you have the world here, which speaks of ending this cycle, the end of the major arcana, and then you have the fool, which starts a whole new journey. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're releasing a journey from feeling trapped and limited by some type of self-imposed restriction here and thoughts and beliefs. And again, you're integrating yourself. You're coming to a sense of completion with the negativity. You're breaking free from the mental constraints here and stepping into a new phase of wholeness and understanding. And it's like, okay, here, the ace of swords is cutting this, and it's like cutting everything down in order to move you through this process here. And I really love that because it's like it's time to embrace a new chapter here, and you're going to be finding I feel like freedom. I want to say freedom. There's something with freedom here in this reading for you, Pisces. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like a release. Again, we talk about the release of self-imposed restrictions, but there's a newfound sense of freedom here that's going to reinforce some type of idea with you of breaking free from certain thoughts and how maybe you even saw yourself previously. Okay, it's going to be different for all of you, but that is truly like there's no more holding you back. You're done with that. It's over. Okay. And I mean, I'm really feeling like there is a new you, like the old you is gone. Okay. You're getting rid of the old you and you're becoming someone completely new, confident, bold, assertive, giving to oneself. And there is an energy here that someone could have hurt you so bad. It's like they scarred you and there's still things that you get triggered by. Okay, like things you get triggered by, and it's like, okay, it's finally time to get rid of all that. Again, bringing love into a situation, you're bringing love into yourself, and I feel like you haven't done that in a long time. You've given that to other people, you've given that power away to other people, and we've all done it. Okay, but I feel like you are regaining you back. It's time to regain you back here with the Six of Swords and the Fool. It's like, it's, you are embarking on a new journey, no doubt here. It's like leaving behind the old baggage, the old you. It's a fresh start ahead, a new beginning. And it's like you need to go into this journey, I want to say, with an open heart, and be willing to take the risk and have faith that everything is going to work out, because it will. Not to say that you're not going to have challenges and opportunities that come your way, because that is just life. And we don't learn without having the challenges and obstacles that we go through, right? And I know some are more painful than others, but keep the faith. It's like I just want to keep saying, like, keep the faith that everything will work out for you, and that it's not always going to be easy, but try to remain positive, which will lead to a better future. And I feel like that's where things have been kind of lost, like you've lost yourself in a way for quite some time, and it's really time to build a new you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. Have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.